right, welcome to this week's Help Desk. We're on Help Desk episode 10, 20, 30, I don't know. We've been doing a lot of them, so getting topics. Some people are calling in or emailing you or contacting you with topics, and you're doing giveaways for those that we choose, and then other topics you generate yourself based off of what you see through your job and your everyday dealings with technology and computer. As we had talked about every episode, technology is forefront in our lives. We do everything with it. From phone usage to computers to daily life.
Anything that has a chip or circuit board in it and plugs in,
Yeah, most people use it. It's your job to fix it or make it better.
Everybody's calling asking about something. So.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so last week we talked about, or 2 weeks ago, I guess, we talked about buying a laptop versus a PC. Mm-hmm. And then last week you said once you get your computer home, here's the general do's and don'ts to make it work correctly, make it work efficiently, how to kind of maintain your computer. And this week we're talking about you've bought a new computer, your old one's sitting there collecting dust. What do you do? What happens with that? So some of the different uses that you can use your old computer for, let's kind of get into that.
Okay.
So talk a little bit about, as we talked, your computer's sitting there. It's pretty much useless at this point, gathering dust. What are some options? What are some of the things you may look at doing with that old computer?
Well, there's actually 3 options that you can choose with that old desktop or laptop.
Right.
You can remanufacture it to do something else, give it a different purpose.
There we go.
You can sell it, donate it, or recycle it. So actually there's 4 different things you can do.
You cannot throw it away, though.
No. It is against law to throw it away because of the materials that is used to build the circuit boards and stuff. There's lead, mercury, stuff like that.
Hazardous materials. Okay, so keep in mind, one of the 4 options is not to throw it away. You cannot throw it away. It is against the law. So you have to do one of these 4 things, and Joe's going to cover those in detail. So, so giving it a different purpose in your household. You have that old computer sitting there. You're not using it. Talk a little bit about photos, how this might help you on that end.
Well, if you have a laptop, the stores have a lot of these digital photo frames where you download a bunch of pictures and, you can display it in your house. Well, you can take that old laptop and do the same thing and save you money. You can just load all your pictures and set that as your screensaver and it just constantly scrolls through.
Let it scroll through the slideshow. So an automatic digital picture frame.
Right.
With no money cost associated with it. Okay. And if you had a PC, you could essentially do the same thing with your monitor, assuming you got a new monitor, right?
Right, or you could actually hook it up to your TV if your TV supports it, and then have a giant photo frame.
There you go. And we talked about that. Getting a TV in one of your purposes for a new TV may be to, I forget what you call it when you have the ability to plug stuff in, but
yeah, the input jacks to
the interactive TV.
Right.
Okay, so that's one of our other episodes. If you're looking for a TV, go back a couple episodes and we'll cover that as well. Okay, so you can do it for photos and it makes a big screen and you can do your slideshow. Again, you can buy the small ones at the store, but this way you can have a larger screen.
Right.
Okay, talk a little bit about hard drives then.
Okay, well, on hard laptop, desktop, every computer has a hard drive.
Yep.
And this little hard drive here comes out of your standard laptop, and this bigger hard drive comes out of your desktop.
Okay, comparable size difference.
Yeah, and actually, with these 2 here we have, this one actually stores more.
Nice. Okay, and I have a feeling that's what you're going to talk about, storing stuff.
Right. So when you're finished with your computer, well, you may say, well, the hard drive's still good, and I can still use the hard drive, and everything else is just junk. So you can actually take the hard drive out, and the reason I brought these is to give the viewer an idea of what they're looking for inside their case. You can actually take this and either put it in what they sell as a chassis and turn this into an external hard drive. So instead of going to the store and spending $100, you can use this as your
one automatic, right? Because a lot of times, I know from what we do with our computers and what we talked about here on the show, the bottleneck is usually not necessarily the hard drive. It's the other parts of the computer that get, I guess, too small or can't handle the amount of data you're trying to transfer. So the hard drives are still good.
Right.
And you're right. You go to the store and you pay money for a hard drive.
Right. And if you crack the case on it, 9 times out of 10, it's either this or that's inside the fancy plastic case.
Yep. And so this could easily become an external hard drive that you can pack around with you or whatever you need to do to back up more photos.
Right.
I know in our house, my wife uses an external hard drive just to put photos and videos because she has so many.
Right.
And that way you don't clog up the hard drive we use on the computer so everything will work faster. So great idea. And you say, and I'm assuming you sell chassis, so you can go pull this out of your computer, order a chassis off you, put it together, hook the cord to it, and bam, external hard drive.
And it actually just turns it into a USB. You put this inside the enclosure, then all you have is just your electric and USB cord and plug it in USB, and your computer just recognizes it as a regular hard drive.
And so you got an extra one. Okay, and I'm assuming general cost to get a chassis in that plug?
About $30.
So for $30, you can have. What size is this? Do you have?
This is an older one, so this is actually
320 gig.
Yeah, 320 gig.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big external hard drive, and you'd already have some of the stuff you had on your old computer on it.
Right.
So you can.
And to buy that outright, to buy a new one, you're looking at $100.
So you can cut your costs by 30 or 2/3, actually, easy.
Right.
All right, great, and then do the same thing with a laptop one.
Right.
All right. Now, so you got 2 of the 3 uses down. Portable, or not portable, I guess, but a photo viewing screen to have a live photo slideshow deal. External hard drive. Number 3, tell me about media stations.
Media station. Well, everybody's got pictures and music and videos they'd like to keep, but they have no way of viewing it. That It's on the old computer. Well, they've got to transfer it on the new computer, but they'd still like, when company comes over, to be able to view it.
Right.
So you can hook it up to your TV if your TV has the capability, and you can have all your movies, all your pictures, all your music stored right there, and then hook your computer, if you have surround sound, hook your computer to it, and so you can be listening to music throughout your house, all just from your stationary computer.
Right, and you don't have to risk or utilize your computer to use for your small business or anything else that you might do. This becomes just an extra media station that you can utilize for those purposes.
Right, and if you buy a lot of movies online, like Amazon, where you can actually buy it and download it and store it to your computer, well, you can store it to that computer.
Right.
And then you can just watch your movie straight onto your TV from the computer.
And that way it doesn't clog up your other computer with, I won't say unnecessary space, but stuff that you're not going to use every day.
Right, just your media, entertainment media.
Yep. So great purpose. Media's become an integral part of our lives, and how we access it is through the computers and stuff.
Right.
Okay, so
and they can actually watch your show. If they hook their computer up to the internet, you can watch this show from your TV through your computer.
Nice. Okay, and I'm assuming, so if someone calls you up and says, Joe, Cena, I want to take advantage of this technology, you can tell them how and order them the cords they need and just turn them loose. Okay. And let's talk about some tips. So if someone calls you, I got an old computer, I don't really want to do the photo deal, I don't want to do the external hard drive, I don't really need a media station, I want to do something with it, give it away, sell it, recycle it. Talk to me about that. What do you need to do if you're going to give it away?
Irregardless, if you're going to sell it, give it away to somebody, you just want it out of your house, out of your hair, you don't ever want to see it again. But one thing I always recommend is take the hard drive out.
Okay.
You take it out personally, or we can take it out, it's not a problem. But take the hard drive out and either physically destroy it or you keep it, because every piece of information you ever put on this drive can be retrievable.
Right, and we've seen that. I mean, it's on CSI, and we know everything's true on CSI.
Yeah.
But
just like the internet.
Yeah, but realistically, I mean, it is true. You can never truly go back and erase your information.
Right, and to prove the fact of that was we had a customer bring a hard drive that for some reason the main board it was connected to went bad. So we took the hard drive, I hooked it up to my equipment, I used some recovery software, recovered every picture, every document, everything that they'd ever stored on that drive. So that was the one time that the recovery was a good thing, but in the wrong hands, it's not.
If you have photos of your kids or whatever you have on your computer.
If you have your bank information on
there. You might not necessarily want that going out to someone that gets a hold of that hard drive, so destroy it, pull it out, bring it to you, let you handle that for them. Okay. So, and what if they're selling it? What would you recommend for someone that's going to sell their computer?
If you're going to sell it to anybody, a stranger, eBay, take the hard drive out and sell it as is. No, and make sure you tell them that the hard drive's not included.
Right. So be upfront and honest about that.
Right. People will buy computers with no hard drives included because it's inexpensive to replace the drive. But just be upfront with them saying the hard drive's not included. I'm keeping that for my own personal reasons.
Right. So they'll buy everything else, the motherboard and the CD burners and stuff. But this is vital. You need to get this out.
Right.
Okay. And then if you're recycling it,
actually, for all of our customers, we'll recycle it for free. We actually work with a company out of Ohio, and all the computers we work on, we have screens laying around, and you can't throw any of that away. So, to help our stockpile to get it to the company, we'll actually take your computers for free, and then donate it to the recycling company for them to properly recycle.
Nice. Okay. And then of course you take the hard drives out for them.
Yeah. We take the hard drives out, and we'll either give it to them, or we will physically destroy it for them.
So someone shows up at your doorstep, I don't know what to do, and you'll assume they need to determine what they want to have happen to that computer. Either sell it, give it away, or recycle it, and from there you take care of it. Either way, the important part is get that hard drive out.
Right.
Okay. All right. What else do you need to know? I mean, if the person, as usual, my usual tag to you, Joe, I'm walking off the street here and I really don't know, I'm calling you up on the phone, whatever it might be. What do I need to do with my computer? What are the options again? Just breeze through them real quick.
You can either repurpose it to make it use a different purpose.
Okay, we talked about photos, external hard drive, and a media station.
Right, and there's many more purposes, but that's one of the three most common ones.
Yep.
Or you can turn around and sell it and make a little money back out of it.
Okay.
Or you can recycle it.
Is there a big market for used computers?
It all depends, and it's surprising to watch the market go. You know, you get an old computer and it'll go off to practically nothing where you can't give it away, and then all of a sudden it'll jump up and you might get a few dollars out of it. And it's real funny how
so it's about like everything else then.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going to decide that, but again, if we're talking about people that have computers sitting there collecting dust,
right?
So they need to do something with it. All right, and the most vital thing:
keep your hard drive.
Get that hard drive out of the computer before you do something with it, because I think that's the key for the day.
Right.
Don't let this hard drive go. It holds too much of your information.
Right.
So protect yourself. Identity theft, anything that comes down the line, you don't want to see any of your information popping up on the internet.
Right.
All due to a little bit of hard drive thievery. So
right.
Get your hard drive out. If you have any of these questions, how can I contact you, Joe?
Give us a call at 304-927-3588 or visit our website at amdigitaltechnologies.com or visit our YouTube channel for this show and all of our other shows at youtube.com/amdigitaltech, or you can check out all the patch shows at youtube.com/rcpatch21.
Yep, there we go. And then if you have any questions or you need any information, I know you've taken a couple of questions directly from folks that have emailed them to you or called you and said, hey, I want you to cover this for me.
Right.
I was trying to remember. One of them had something to do with
last week's topic, as a matter of fact, was, was the viewer submission, and then the antivirus.
Antivirus, that was a big one. Yep, we talked a lot about that. Okay, so, and if your question gets pulled and used on the show, you get something for free. You can't beat that, so send in your questions. Do like I do. Friend Joe and on Facebook with the A&M Digital Technologies, and you see the deals of the day that comes down. And again, remember, support your local businesses. That's one of the big keys here with our show. This show happens courtesy of Joe and Cena McDonald, who spend a lot of their time helping us get these shows arranged, and also supporting our local basketball league.
Yeah, we're excited about that.
There's about 50 kids running around with A&M Digital Technology basketball shirts here in Roane County now.
Yeah, we stopped by practice the other evening and shot a little video, and we had a blast.
Did you call foul on anybody?
No. Wow. No, we didn't.
Little guy.
I was afraid, they'd kind of overtake us and throw balls at us. So I just thought,
didn't want to get in that mix.
Yeah, we'll just let the keep it up to the professionals.
And so Zach and Jeff Tanner.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Leave me in charge. Okay, so again, shop locally, support your local community, support A&M Digital Technologies for all your technology needs. I know we see a lot of good stuff on that. Deals of the day comes by. A lot of enticing stuff, Joe.
Yeah.
You're trying to pry my money from me, but
I got to do what I can.
A lot of good stuff. So support your local businesses, and again, a big thanks to A&M Digital Technology. Joe, thanks again for another great show talking about your old computer and how to protect yourself and uses you can do with it. So we'll be back next week with a new topic. Make sure you contact Joe or Cena and get your topic out on the help desk. Win some free stuff.
There you go.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.